spare him yet. I'd love to add to the speeches.
Now make me.
Oh my fucking god.
Did I mean to treat you bad, yeah, but I did anyway. Now maybe your friends can stand around you, watch you crumble as you fall to the ground.
The Engineer class is one of my favorite classes throughout the entire Battlefield series. So today I'm going to be playing one of my favorite versions of it, I guess you could say, in Battlefield 4. I'm going to be giving you guys some tips on how to play them, even though this is like 12 years late. But whatever. I did a video for the Assault class. If you are interested, I'll have a little ping up on the, top right or whatever. But let's get into it. The Engineer's kit is going to be a little bit more different compared to the Assault class. They offer instead PDWs, which are technically personal defense weapons, but I'm just going to call them SMGs for this video. The one I found myself using the most was the CZ3A1, which is like the Scorpion from most COD games, and just, think Ella from Rainbow Six Siege, that kind of weapon. And then for the secondary, same thing as the Assault, just kind of any weapon. I have been wanting to use the Shorty 12 gauge though, which just kind of looks fun to have as a secondary. Now, the gadgets for the Engineer is where, obviously, the class gets good, in my opinion. Personally, I like using the RPG-7. This is just because it's kind of just a go-to for, kind of dealing with everything at hand, I guess. Alongside that, they also have some, anti-tank mines. They have the M2 Slam, which I think is just a lightweight explosive that's kind of just used for, anything, really. I do just want to say, too, that they have a lot of selection between, rocket launchers, if you want to say. For anti-air and anti-tank, I don't want to, kind of just say that it's, obvious or not, but, anti-air is the stuff you're going to use, like a Stinger. That's going to be only for stuff that's flying around, like helicopters and jets. And then anti-tank stuff is, like an RPG-7, or something that you don't have to lock onto. But if you want to, I guess, I think you can also use a Javelin for both. Don't quote me on that, though. And also with perks that I forgot to mention, like field upgrades, you can get, different abilities and stuff that kind of stack on to what you can actually carry. So I think, the anti-tank perk that you can eventually run allows you to carry, 7 rockets at a time. And it's just super stacked. And honestly, I'm looking forward to, playing Engineer more and trying to unlock that. For me personally, I like playing Engineer a little bit more aggressive, so when I say that, I mean, obviously, I'm focusing vehicles constantly. Now, the first thing I will say is just try to, not throw yourself at vehicles, but honestly, for the majority of these clips I have, I'm holding the RPG the entire time. I'm looking for vehicles, I'm preying on their downfall, okay? And honestly, it's a great feeling whenever you hit it. Honestly, I will say, Battlefield 2042 has a really responsive, hit reg, I think, for the RPGs, and this game, I think, is a little bit more choppy, you could say, and obviously this game came out in 2013, so, who fucking cares? But I will say, it is a very nice feeling to have hit some of those shots that I showed off in the intro, and also, let me just say, too, repairing in this game is not as much of a play, but you can still use it too. Don't get me wrong. The repair tool is a gadget I forgot to mention in the gadget section, and is really nice too, with a few field upgrades that you can also use to make it faster and just an overall better tool. It can be a helpful resource to the team, and if you do want to just be a actual tank goblin, you could say, or something, I don't know, someone who just sits in a vehicle and all game and stuff, you can do that, and obviously that's however you want to play it. Now, for me, like I said, I'm a little bit more aggressive, and I like to be a little bit more on my lonesome, just because tanks obviously are going to be focusing on solo, or not solo, groups of people, and honestly, I'm kind of by myself in the majority of these clips. I'm not really begging for ammo that much. However, it does occasionally happen, especially on Flood Zone. I think I have a couple of clips in that map, which, by the way, let me just talk about this. The maps in this game are really good. I don't have any DLCs. Maybe, I guess, throughout this, you know, quote-unquote series, I'll buy the premium edition so I can actually see what the DLC was on this map or game or whatever. But, yeah, no, personally, I've been loving the maps, and also just the servers are still alive. I don't know how they got somehow more alive in the, you know, last couple of days without me posting. But what I was trying to get at is just kind of play by yourself. For me personally, unless if you are like a repair tool, you know, user or anything, you want to just kind of stay by a tank or just kind of help out your team where it's needed. That's always nice. Another thing too is just try to be a little bit more confident in your gunfights. Just because you are going to have SMGs, you're going to have a lot of faster fire rates than others, and that's just already going to be a peg up on like half of the other people, because like I said, I think the main class I think people choose probably is going to be assault and support and recon. Not a lot of engineer players, at least that what I got from. Maybe I'm pulling that out of my ass, I don't know, but so people aren't already not going to have like that much of a you know, kind of the damage is going to be over you, but not like the fire rate, which fire rate I think is a little bit more important in this game just because of like the bloom and kind of all of that. So take that into consideration. That's my priorities for it. Enjoy Ryan ranting on either Battlefield 4 or Battlefield 5, just talking about why he dislikes this game again. I just thought this would be fun for another fucking part of the video. Anyways, thanks for watching. Definitely made. Oh, I love this map too. It just looks so good.
I don't think I've played it on this one yet.
This what's it called? I think one of my first videos was actually on BF5, and it was like BF5 random moments, I think is what it was called. It's pretty dumb, but I mean, weren't my videos, you know what I mean? Also, dude, my Battlefield 4 video just got really good this morning. Like, blew up to 230 views.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, so I'm gonna probably do. I'm gonna do the engineer video tomorrow.
It's because of my.
Because. You know what I do want though is like a little bit of like unseriousness in Battlefield 6.
I mean, what do you mean? What do you mean?
Well, like, they always have, like, dumb Easter eggs and stuff of, like, in, like, Battlefield 1, you can find, like, a Excalibur type of, like, sword that you can pull out, and then you can, like, it's a one-shot.
That's pretty sick.
It's like, that's cool, you know? But, like, very unlikely to find on a, you know, maybe not, I guess, but... You know, and then in this game, I think it's, like, something where you find, like, a couple of shovels on, like, a fucking piece of dirt or something, like all over the map, and then you use like a finger gun, where like that's the shit I want, you know, where it's like, and then in Hardline they have like goofy reloads that you could do, where it's like, they kind of had it in Battlefield 2042, but it's like, you know, who fucking cares?
You and I have a lot of different expectations from games.
But it's like, well, yeah, like what do you want then? I guess compared to like
the
what
game
I just
to be
said.
Fun.
Well, that would
like
make it
that would
fun.
be cool and all.
That would make
like,
it fun, in my opinion.
For me, like for a game like this to be fun, it has to be fast paced. It has to be like memeable in a sense, and I don't mean like Easter eggs, but I mean like I get a crazy shot, and at least like I want a lot of opportunity for that, right? Like I like my sniping. In Battlefield 4, I can't see anything. I literally feel like I'm looking at, I don't know, I just can't see anything. Like it's hard for me to find anybody.
But I think the quote-unquote
like,
memeable moments are the facts that you can hit those snipes through that, you know? You know what I mean? Because it's like sniping is difficult in that game compared to this game. You can say that, right?
And I think it's difficult in all Battlefield games, honestly.
But like you would rather snipe in Battlefield 4 than this game?
Yeah, but I don't think it's because of the way the sniping works. I think it's the visuals and the difference in the games. And
yeah.
like the glares are small, at least from what I was able to see, and I couldn't see shit. I can't tell where bullets are coming from, like at all, in that game. Whereas like this one, which I like the sniping a lot more, but you know, I don't like it as much as I liked it in 6. I feel like
yeah, 6 felt more like COD, I think.
I think it was a good mix, honestly.
Yeah.
And like,
I don't know what
I also like a lot of obstacle playability. I don't like open maps because then it's just like, okay, well, if I want to advance, I have to run through fucking 8 miles of nothing, and I'm just gonna get lit up. Which is like a big issue I have with a lot of the maps in this game. And then there's you You know, in
trying to remember
Battlefield
the maps.
4, I
I was
couldn't
gonna say.
find like any good places to advance on, especially in like that city map. It's just like there's so many like places I have to advance, but there's no.
Yeah, Siege of Shanghai. That's like
Goddamn.
one of my favorite maps too. That's the annoying part. You know what I mean? It's like
And then the map's also
like
like
that.
huge. I'm getting shot from fucking mountains, which is another big thing that I don't like. If you're not playing on the mountain, I don't like being sniped from a goddamn mountain, which is a huge thing that happened in that map specifically. There was just people camping in the fucking back of the map, which doesn't make any sense to me because with the zoning distance and whatnot, it's like how are you even hitting those shots? Like get a fucking life.
Well, and the thing that you could say is that it's like, well, that's the cool part about it. You know, it's like they can fucking hit those shots. You know,
Like
but also
it just doesn't make any sense to me, right? Like in COD, like if you're doing hella far shots, there's drop off, and it's kind of more like a predict your own thing. But like with this, you have to like customize the zoning distance, and then you have to like lay down and wait for a while. In COD, it's like, okay, if I want to get far snipes, I'm just gonna sit here for a second and I'll see someone.
Yeah.
I don't know, like I don't really know how to describe my hatred for 4. Like, and I don't think it was like you catching me on a bad night because we played 5 and then I had a great time after that. But like, there's just something about that game that irks me, and it's like mainly like I just feel like I can't find people, and then as soon as I find people, I'm getting fucking lit up, dude.
I think it's just like kind of it's a difference in gunplay. I think that's the biggest thing. I think that's what you were just talking about, but it's like this game has very, like I would say the gunplay is easier in this game than it is in 4, like by a long shot. Because in 4, the bloom and attachments come in way more, and it's kind of like the whole grind thing too, where it's like you gotta fucking, you know, you're sitting in the trenches right now for a bit, but when you get that gun leveled up, it's gonna fucking hit though, you know?
Yeah, I guess something that you could say is I like the reaction time gunfight.
Yeah.
Gunfights.
Instead of just like who's luckier or who sees who first. Yeah, I get that.
Yeah, like if I get seen first, I still want to be able to have a chance.
Yeah, and I guess you could say that is possible in 4, but yeah, it's way less likely, if that makes sense. It's like, yeah, I guess.
And I guess another big thing too is that like, and this could not be at the fault of the game. This could be at the fault of modern gaming, is that every game that's first person now has FOV. I loathe not having FOV. It makes me so mad now, because I feel like I'm going so slow. Like,
and
I can't see as much.
Yeah, and I played BF4 on PC, and it's like honestly I kind of maybe I'm so used to 4 now, or you know, on the PS4, and I need to play it more on PC too. But it's like I said, I'm not a big PC like or MNK at least fan when it comes to like these games, you know.
Yeah.
But it's like it is nice. It's a nice feature to have. But
You want to run a quick cache on finals?
Yeah. That's at the end because we're still talking about, you know, how you hate 4.